Good morning, everybody. This is Karen. In this video, I'm going to explain how you use an SD card with your Cameo. First thing you need to do is insert the SD card into your computer. I use an iMac, so I have an SD slot at the back of my computer. I've plugged that in. And now I'm going to create some wonderful design. It's just going to be some text. I'm just going to do some test text. That's going to be one of my files. To save it to my SD card, I can click this SD image here, or I can choose File, Save to SD card. And as long as you have a card plugged into your computer, you'll see it listed here in the list. And the files are named with a GSP extension. So I'm going to rename this one and call it Test Text GSP. And I'm going to click here to save the drawing to the selected location as it says. So that has been saved. If that is all I want to do, then I need to eject the SD card and close this window, or close the window and then go and eject the card. I'm going to create something else because I want to make more than one image available there. I'm going to choose this. I'm going to remove my test text, and I'm going to save this image to my card as well. The choice is already there, so in this case I'm just going to call this a Starburst GSP. I'm going to click to save to that location as well. I'm going to close this window, and then I'm going to remember to go to Finder to eject the card from my system. If you don't do that, you can end up damaging your card. So I need to eject it here. And now I'm ready to take it out of my computer, go over to the Cameo and work with it there. So I'm going to start another video with my camera there to show you how that works. When you place the SD card in the Cameo and push it in, at first you see nothing on the screen that would give you any indication that it has recognized the card. You need to load a cutting mat, and then it will recognize it. Just a second, I'll show you that. Okay, so now that it's loaded the cutting mat, you can see that there's an option for the SD card setting, and it shows that you need to press the pause button to get to those options. So I'll press that button, and now you can see that you can select the file, you can cut, and you can change your settings. So I'm going to go into settings first, press enter, and you can select the media and scroll down for your options. You press the left arrow button to go back. You can scale your image. It can be 100%. You can make it smaller, pressing the arrow buttons, or bigger if you continue. You can also press up, the up arrow, to get to higher. Anyway, it scrolls through the choices. Then I'll press back and go to copies, and you can choose how many copies you want to cut, again using the arrow buttons. You can choose a start point. Sorry, it's a little bit wobbly. So you can use the arrow keys to move the blade over. I'll show you that. I'm pressing the right arrow button right now. And now I'll press the up arrow button and down to move it. Then I'll press E to set my start point. And I'll press back to go to the other options. I'm going to go up to select the file, press enter, and this is where you choose where your file is located. Mine is just this Starburst and the test text again. It shows you an image of what your, or a representation of what your image is. There was an untitled one that I was testing earlier, so we'll just leave that out. I'm going to choose the Starburst, and then I would be able to cut. I'm not going to cut because the paper I have in there is too small anyway, But this just shows you all your different options. And then once you're done, just press back and you're off. And then press E to unload your mat when you're done. And you're back to the regular menu. Hope that's been helpful to you. Thanks for watching.